This is the 8th story in the book, my Tell Me a Story, and it's called Friday Chicken Soup. And this is the painting I did for it, and I'm going to read it. We lived in a neighborhood where there were many Jewish families and the stores catering to the dietary laws of the faith. Each class of food had its own store, and each one was a treat to enter. Meat and milk products were strictly separated. The live poultry shop had me in total awe. On Fridays, my mother always made chicken soup, so buying the right chicken was required. Mama would walk into this open poultry market like she owned the place and slowly look into each of the cages that were holding clucking chickens. She would select her prize. Wanting only a young egg layer, she would put her hand into the cage, hold the chicken by the neck, and proceed to insert her pointer finger into the anus of the unsuspecting chicken. If she felt eggs present, that would be it, and she would order the chicken killed. If not, the process would be repeated. The ritual ended with the feathers of the killed chicken being plucked by a woman sitting legs wide spread and the chicken in her apron-covered lap. Then the bird would be held by head and feet and twirled slowly over an open fire to singe any remaining pin feathers. Although the odor was strange, intense, and unpleasant, I related it to the coming cooking session, and I loved it. When we got home, Mama would make the chicken soup, and my treat would be to get one of the unformed eggs that she had felt in the live chicken after it was cooked in the soup. When Mama made the chicken soup, she cleaned the inside of the chicken, took out the giblets, the gizzard, the heart, and the liver, as well as any skin she could remove. Mama said she would have to be very careful not to break the gallbladder that was attached to the liver, or it would make everything bitter. She put all of this into a saucepan on the stove using a very low flame. The odors filled the apartment and was wonderful. When the fat had melted and the skin was beginning to brown, making tinkling, crackling sounds, she added an onion that she had chopped. After both the skin and the onions began to be golden color, she strained the skin and onions out of, and that what was left was the famous Jewish schmaltz chicken fat and grievaness, cooked crispy chicken fat. These magic ingredients were staples in delicious European Jewish cooking and have become outlawed in our search for low cholesterol diets. As a lover of Mama's cooking and also concerned about health today, I compromised by using a healthful canola oil, but sneaking a teaspoon of schmaltz chicken fat into the pan before frying. You could almost believe you were in Mama's kitchen when you get a whiff of the browning onions. My mother saved the giblets, the gizzard, and the heart, sometimes to go into a soup and sometimes into a fricassee. When she made fricassee, she cut the neck off the chicken, the helzel, and stuffed it with delicious mixture of flour, onions, grievances, and schmaltz. I loved to watch her thread the big needle with heavy white thread and sew one end of the neckskin tube. Fill it and then sew the other end. This went into the fricassee and with meatballs and giblets. When the foods were all prepared and went onto the stove or into the oven, scrumptious odors began to fill the room, and my mother would take a break. She would sit down with a cup of coffee, and then the stories would start coming.